Hello, I am the Sparkle Queen. Thank you for joining me. If you're new here, please like, share and subscribe. So let's go straight into why I've come on today. That is to talk about jealousy. And I needed to talk about this because this is something that many chosen children of God experience. And this could be from people that are your friends and family, or just people from your wider environment, such as your workplace, and just people that may see you around, neighbours. It really doesn't matter. As long if there's people there, then there is jealousy that will always seem to rear its ugly head. Now, you might wonder to yourself, how do you identify jealousy? Well, jealousy can be something very hard to identify, because when people are jealous of you, they will never tell you that they're jealous of you. And in fact, they don't believe that they're jealous of you. They wouldn't label it jealous. But what the telltale signs are, because stick a pin in it. Jealousy, when people are jealous, normally when it's people that you know, such as your family, such as people that are your friends, they will talk with a split tongue. They will talk to you and you will not detect really that there's something wrong, because they will laugh and joke with you, and you will give them advice, or you'll be talking to them with a pure heart. Your heart does not feel jealous or hatred or anything towards them, but they will be feeling that deep within their heart about yourself. And when I say a split tongue, when they're not with you and they can find an ally, they will then be talking very negative, very bad about you behind your back, and you don't know that. But what you do see as telltale signs from these types of people, that when you have something good happen for you, they are never there to celebrate with you. That is one of the biggest telltale signs that those particular individuals or person is jealous. Another thing is when you have challenges, or you're going through certain hardships in your life or challenges, they are there to find out what is actually going on, because it's like for them, it sweetens their spirit to know that things ain't going as right for you. And you may wonder to yourself, why does people feel like that? Why do they feel like they need to compare their life to your life, as if we all don't go through trials and tribulations in life? And unfortunately, some people just go through more because of the choices that they have made for themselves. And they compare themselves to you as if you are one person. And they feel like when things are going more right for you, then they feel it's going for themselves. So if you hear noise, that's just my son in the background. But if they feel like more's going right for you, then it's going for themselves. And that's where it really stems from. Now, they can obtain the same amount of spiritual freedom as you if they just start to pray and start to try and at least have faith as a mustard seed and do the Father's will. And when I was learning about Yeshua, which who you call Jesus, one of the things that Yeshua told me about himself is he would regularly go off into solitude, up into the mountains, and sit down, find a rock, a place where he likes, sit down and allow the environment of the atmosphere and soak it up, and allow that to sort of be at peace, at one with himself, and not necessarily with and amongst other people. And it made me realize that particularly when you're a child of God, you have to have some sense of detachment, because people that inhabit jealous behavior actually are carrying a spirit which is on them, which they don't even know. But when you are given when you're giving blessings by the Holy Spirit, they show you exactly the spirits that are on the individuals that do not wish you well. But they show you, so it's not that person in the flesh, it's just that they're just too carnal, which makes them low vibrational, and they can be easily inhabited by many negative spirits. One being is jealousy. And those spirits are the ones that make them feel that you owe them something, or they want exactly what you have, whether it's your singing ability, or you have an ability to write literature, or you have a talent for skate. I mean, it could be very small and it could be very big. Another thing when some people are jealous is that they may have more than you, but there's a quality that they see within you that they believe you are the real McCoy and they're a counterfeit. So they can still make them jealous because they can identify that, yes, they've got more money than you, they might have a bigger house than you, they might have a better car than you, but they don't believe in themselves one bit. So therefore, there is something deep within themselves that prevents them from feeling at peace and at one and at rest with themselves. Yeah, I think that it's very important to sort of identify these different scenarios, different problems about when someone's feeling jealous, and they probably probably can't even control how they feel. They probably feel like, you know, you owe them. Like they could ask you for something, like, oh, can you help me here? And you say, look, I can't help you right now, but I can help you this time, or that's above me, or, you know, you would have to, because obviously when you have your own life and it's separate from whoever's jealous of you, sometimes when those people, and this normally comes from family, when many people have family that need extra support in something, but if you're not there 24/7 to be at their beck and call or their request, they have deeper rooted jealousy because they feel that you should, because of that blood tie, you should stop, drop, and literally dedicate your life to what they've got going on. And unfortunately, the answer is no. Especially if you have a family of your own, or you have commitments of your home. You don't even have to just have a family, because not everybody has children. But if you've got a job or you've got things going on for yourself, then you cannot just drop what you're doing just to appease whatever family member, because no matter what, they will always find something else to talk about anyway, because they're always going to be jealous. And you have to remember that they made their choices to go in the direction they wanted to go. The direction they wanted to go was put together with no thought, so therefore that idea failed, and then they turn around and think, why is it working out for you? And you look at them and you really just want to say, because of the choices you made. You are where you are because you make poor choices. You are where you are because you don't want to seek God. You are where you are, and that doesn't matter if it's financial or talents, and, you know, like I said, it's an array of things. You dedicate, you learn, what you put your mind to, or what you put your time to. If you lack commitment within yourself to put yourself in at anything that's going to make you the master of whatever you're doing, then that way you're never going to be able to kind of feel you've achieved something. Some people go throughout life just trying to ride people's coattail, but feel get jealous that the person that actually didn't go out and play, or didn't go out and party, and they spent time building that craft, when it becomes a success, that person has the cheek to turn around and get jealous. And this is people in your environment. But they saw you when you said, oh, do you want to come out? And you said, no, I've got this to do. They saw you say that because they saw that commitment you had to what you were trying to build. So it is very ironic that those people tend to turn around and they get jealous and they start to slander you behind your back, or they try to downgrade you behind your back. But the truth is, everything they do behind your back, because they talk with a split tongue, and we know the snake has a split tongue. So yes, it might be your family, but they're a snake. And what does the snake belong to? The serpentine. And what the serpentine belongs to? Satan. So all family doesn't mean that you are family in spirit. Family means you're earthly family members, but if you're unequally yoked, you will have spiritual brothers and sisters which you are yoked with. And the going back to what I said, I saw with Jesus, is that he will go off and be on his own. And he showed me he was happy by himself, contented, very, very contented from the heart. Because when he left to be by himself, it wasn't leaving with any form of animosity, jealousy, or any other negative emotion that comes into many human beings. This is now a message for people that suffer from jealousy. And that is when you know that you're not there for your friends, even if they're there for you. You're not there for your family, even when they're there for you. If you're very me, I, self, and you think everybody should sort of rally around you because you want to be always the center of attention, you will need to change that aspect of yourself, because the only person you're hurting is yourself. And even when you think you are talking about other people or slandering other people, when somebody is a wise woman or a wise man, they will know that the only problem you have is that you are not happy of where you are in life. But if you talk to people that is not wise, they will go along with you and won't question it. More time when you tell people your problems, they don't really care anyway. But if they're listening and they're wise, they will then kind of look at what you're saying and think to themselves, you're just jealous based on the fact you are not where you are. And instead of you putting your energy and your time and your attention to be where you are, without the trying to ride people's coattail, without feeling like somebody owes you something, without feeling like someone's always got to assist you, like, if you're an adult, put on your grown pants, put on your grown underwear if you're a woman, and get on with it. You know, nobody owes you nothing. The only person that is here to you're supposed to serve and can assist you in the right way to show you what your purpose is the Most High God, Ahaya. And that is really it. Even, and this is just veering off slightly because it goes down to people that go to church and then they don't feel like they need to do anything to build their own spiritual connection, and you have manipulative pastors, bishops, and all other titles they give themselves with the congregation that tell them that you need to be under my covering so you can be protected. Now, how do you know that your pastor's protected? It is down to you to go out and do the biblical literature. It's down to you to go out and worship God on the Sabbath. It's down to you to make sure you fast and make sure you pray and make sure you do the Father's will and seek after his heart. When you are not doing that and you're looking to pastor to make that happen for you, you ain't going nowhere when it comes to the kingdom of heaven. And when you get there in the end, your pastor will not be with you. When you get there in the end, when people are jealous and you get to the end on doomsday, there is no one else with you. So when you're questioned why you didn't take these steps on XY, you're going to sit there saying, oh, well, because such and such never helped me, because this person done this and done that, or whatever comes out, you have no excuse. Ain't nobody in the spirit realm is going to hear you or even want to be interested in anything you have to say, because you was born alone, you die alone, and everything within between is your responsibility about that journey, especially after the age of 12. Anyway, I could go on and on, but there's something that I feel I just had to bring up and talk about, because like I've also too experienced people that are jealous, and I'm quite surprised when I realize, okay, who's jealous now? Because because I want to be right with the Lord, I continuously try to keep a very open mind and heart. And therefore, I draw boundaries, but I try to never allow it to go to feeling the same way as that person, because those thoughts, those feelings, A, is a spirit, and 2, it is time wasting, 3, it is toxic, and 4, it is toxic. It's a toxic way to be, because when you are too jealous, jealousy can boil over to the point where you are literally trying to hurt somebody. It can go into the point where you feel like you are entitled to abuse and hurt somebody over jealousy if you do not control that emotion and that feeling. And it keeps you stagnated. That should be number 4. It keeps you stagnated. It keeps you in a place of where you are spiritually attacked. It keeps you low vibrational, and you are never moving forward to find your own purpose. Life is a struggle. We are all out here at sea. We won the fight when we all were born, but everything after that is our own doing and our own responsibility. And people, especially children of God, if you find that you're in a position that you are unequally yoked with the family, with the friends, with the people in your environment, do what Jesus showed me. Take yourself away, because you ain't got no business being around those people. All right, I'm the Sparkle Queen. Until next time, peace.